Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go. I'll show you how a country mile can take us all night. Feeling higher than a bull's tail up an old dirt road. I ain't gonna run or hide. We can let the fire burn wild. That's just my countryside.
I just poured boiling water, so hopefully that works. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lorena, and if you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome to you too. I got up super early this morning. I had on my mind, woke up thinking about it, my seed starting, and how I'm probably about a week behind. I don't like to be behind at all, so it really kind of bothers me when I start kind of lagging behind schedule. So I woke up about 5 o'clock, started looking at some videos, on how to train my mini Australian Shepherds. Many of you probably follow me on Instagram also. If you don't, go head over there, Aruka Fortified Farmstead on Instagram. And I have two mini Australian Shepherds, Remy and Ruger, and I'm trying to get to the point where I am patient enough to train them, because we're going to be getting sheep, but right now we have chickens. And so I think the chickens, Remy has kind of practiced with the chickens. So I see that drive within her. Ruger, I see he doesn't really care so much about the chickens, but he does chase the cat. So I know that he's got that beeline sprint, where Remy is just a little bit more she won't chase the cat, but she's showing more interest within the herding instinct. So started looking at videos about that, and then I started wanting to get up to get this seed starting going. I went ahead and planted out my carrots within the beds out there. There is one bed that still has ants, so I need to work on that. I poured some boiling hot water, but there's just so many, so I may need to do the orange oil. If you have any recommendations on natural, more organic ways of getting rid of ants within your garden beds, please drop them in the comments, because I need all of the help with that. I went ahead and filled up my seed starting tray here, And you can see all of, I think this is a 70 or a 90 something seed tray. So I got these from Bootstrap Farmer. These are the heavier duty. They are not the cheaper flimsy. I started out with the cheaper versions until I started getting more confident within my seed starting ability. So that is a great place to start. The nurseries have them. You can definitely reuse those. I used them for a very long time. Now, because I'm growing on a larger scale, it just makes sense to go ahead and go with the bigger versions and the ones that are going to last year after year, not just a couple years and then they're in the garbage or they're ripping and you're trying to get the seed transplants out and they're just breaking. So anyhow, I went ahead and invested in some of these ones. They're great. If you want to give them a try, head over to their website and order. But I just wanted to kind of show you what I'm doing here as far as the seeds starting. I have my soil in here, and then I'm going to go through. I have these little tools, and you can use anything. Like you can use, I don't know, a Q-tip. You can use your finger. You can use anything that's small, like a little dabber. You can use a garden tool. You can use a pen. There's so many things that I've used. And it just depends on what I have nearby, honestly. So yeah, you can definitely just kind of poke the dirt and make a little hole within the soil here. I'm just going to kind of go through each one. And the peppers is what I'm doing right now. And they don't need to go very deep at all because they're so small. If you look at the packet, it'll tell you. And if you missed the video on the seed packet information, go back and watch that. It's just a few videos back where I talk about the seed packets and the lingo involved with it if you're brand new. But the seed depth is 1/4 of an inch, so you don't need to go very far at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 rows just to show you here. See how it's just barely poked down, about 1/4 of an inch. You don't want any more than that. You wanna go according to your seed packet. Okay, so, and then again, like I said, I have this also. So, which is kind of nice sometimes if you need to kind of, like I go through and kind of scrape the dirt back over with it. But you can just scrape it back over with your hand too, it's okay. So let's do, if I can get some going, there we go. Okay, so let's do 1 row, which is 8 plants of the Merlot. These are an F1. So remember, I talked about that also, the difference between hybrids and heirlooms and open pollinated and all of that. Go back and watch that video if you missed that one. But this is an F1, which means that it's a hybrid. It's a 1st generation F1. So I'm just gonna take my seed here. You can see it's like super, super small. And then you're just gonna kind of drop it down in each of these spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to do 1 row of those because we tend to kind of gravitate and some of towards the regular or like the rainbow bells. So we don't tend to eat a whole ton of the Merlots. I don't know. It's just, I guess, a color thing. But my family, I'm trying to get them to eat different things. Although they do think that it's pretty cool. I had like a white bell pepper last year. That was pretty cool. I'm just going to push that down just a little bit further. Sometimes they get stuck around the outer edge here. So yeah, so see how I'm going through. You can use the identifying marker. You just want to cover that soil back up, cover that hole back up. Okay, so don't forget to mark it. I use these little like plant tags that you can get. You can use popsicle sticks. There's all different types of things that you can use, but I tend to buy these ones. I like these ones. These ones are more of like a plasticky, but not like real flimsies to where they break easy. So they're pretty bendable. And what I do is I go through and I'll write the type that it is. So it's the Merlot and it's a pepper. So I write Merlot pepper, and then I write where I got the seed from. So if I'm like, wow, these are great, like I'll know instantly, like, okay, note to self, it's from Eden Brothers. That's where this one's from. And then I always write the date that I started the sowing. So it's 2/13 today. So, and then I'm just gonna go through and I'll put it at the very top. So in the back of where I planted it, some people put it in the front. It's completely up to you. So then that way when I'm watering and kind of going through, I'm not knocking into them in the front. But anyhow, so there's that one. And then we'll go ahead and go through and do our, let's do our Baker Creek. So I ordered these ones from Baker Creek. These are called the Sweet Bonnet. How cute are those? So let's see how much we got here. We got enough for 2 rows. So let's do 2. And I'm also going to be offering these to my local community. So of the ones that are pretty like novel or novelty type, that aren't too like variant from what's normal, I do like to plant some of those. So, and again, I just went through, just created a 1/4 inch of a hole in the middle there, and then I'm just going to drop my seeds down in there. So I'm doing 2 rows of these, so that means I'm doing 16. Okay, so I got those, and then I'm going to cover them up. Okay, so we did 2 rows. And then we'll do our tags for them. I hear the boys out there. They're probably getting ready to do the chickens. So that was the Sweet Bonnet pepper. So Sweet Bonnet pepper and Baker Creek and a date. What's up, buddy?
Are you videotaping?
Mm-hmm. You can come in. Stick that down in there. And kind of see how it's going here. And then, yes, I'm recording here. You can come in though, it's okay.
Okay.
I gotta be able to do life too, right? What are you guys doing, chickens?
Yeah.
Okay. Morning.
Morning.
Okay. So I used to just do like say 1 marker for the 2 rows, and then I would just start the next marker here. So this one would be gone. But sometimes I forget. I'm like, okay, like, I don't know. So I just like to do each row. So I'll do 2 markers, and I know that might seem crazy to some people, but just in case, I like to be very clear, because in the shuffle of everything, it can get confusing on what I did, and then I start doubting myself, and you know, I'm an overthinker. So anybody else an overthinker? That's me. So, okay, so the next one I want to do, oh my gosh, these are so cute too. Okay, so these ones are the lipstick peppers. How adorable are those? So they're a sweet pepper. And these ones I actually bought last year and did not plant them. I don't know why I didn't plant them. So we're gonna do that this year. But yeah, Baker Creek, they have like a lot of really neat varieties. And my favorite seed companies that I usually buy from are Baker Creek, Johnny's, and So True Seed, Eden Brothers. I'm gonna do 2 rows. Eden Brothers is another one. Wyatt Corliss Seed Company is a good one. There's lots of good ones, and there's like, I'm sure there's lots of good ones that I have not used, but those are just the ones that I tend to go with, and I like, sometimes I like the information that's offered up on the seed packets, especially if it's a new thing that you're growing and you kind of want to have it like with you, or have easier access to the information instead of looking up online, which is nice. Some of them have like QR codes on the packets that you can scan for the information for planting. Some of them just have really pretty packaging. Some seed companies have more heirloom varieties than others. Like Johnny's, I know, has some heirloom varieties, but it doesn't seem like they have as much as, say, Botanical Interests or Eden Brothers, I found too. So I think Baker Creek has heirlooms. This one is, yeah. So this is Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company. So yeah, so they do. And maybe that's why they have so many like neat varieties that are just really cool looking, because heirlooms are like that. I talked about that in the video, that they have more unique seeds and fruits in the heirloom. Okay, so go ahead. I'm going to mark these 2 rows, and it's the lipstick pepper. My brother, he used to say yickstip when he was little. So every time I like say lipstick, I think in my mind like yickstip. If my mom's watching, she'll get a kick out of that. So Baker Creek and the date. Okay, so there's that one. And this one, yipstick pepper, Baker Creek, 213. Okay, so now we got that one. Okay, so you can see how I do it here. And then as I make the holes on the next one, I'll take video of that as I'm making the holes and as I'm planting. So here we go. Okay, so you saw how I poked the holes, put them in there, and then I covered them up and marked it. I'm going to go through, put you on a time lapse. We're going to do the Glow F1 from Johnny's. We're going to do the Rainbow Bell Blend from Eden Brothers and the Golden Marconi from Eden Brothers, and some sage seed that I have, the red lunchbox pepper. So we're going to go and get ahead and get these ones planted in here, put you on a time lapse, and we'll be back. Okay, so I got those ones planted, and next I'm gonna do the Anaheim chili and the Cayenne long. I'm only gonna do, I'll do 2 rows of each one, so long as I have enough seed here. These ones, I know people like these, and I'm gonna use them. Not so much the Anaheim chili, but The Cayenne long, I'm going to, and probably the Anaheim, I can blend up for the chickens. Instead of always doing and buying that crushed red pepper for the anti-parasitic. I'm gonna grow some of this that I can blend up. We can use it for us too, but mostly for the chickens. I'll be able to kind of dehydrate and then just blend it up, pulverize it into like a powder. So we'll get these in here. All right, guys, well, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my stuff here, put everything back in my baskets. Stuff that I have not gotten to yet. I also have my soil testing kit in there that we're gonna do today. I'm gonna do another video on that so that you guys can understand what that process looks like. I have done it through the state, through the county, the extension office, and then I've done 2 through this new company. So I really like this company because they give you organic options to remedy your soil. So I went ahead and purchased another one this year. I'm gonna do a video soon, kind of comparing, probably when I get those results back, comparing the original soil sample before we did anything to it, then showing what it is like when we did the first compost layer, and then we'll show this year kind of a comparison. Hopefully it's improved, if not at least stayed the same. So I'm excited to look at that. I'm gonna get this wrapped up and we will catch you on the next video. Please go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if this has helped you, and we just appreciate your support. So we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights.